Stars looking like skies in binoculars. 2 nights live singing by the opera house, but not in it. Just by it. Someone alongside it.
Who could forget what happened here May 18th, 2024? Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight title. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Time for our... And here we see Jesse Rodriguez. They call him Bam, and for good reason. When you see how hard he hits at just 115 pounds, this man is a killer and has already beaten some absolute legends. El Nino de...
This bout is...
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Misses with the jab. Nice slip to avoid the jab. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. This is like a match made in heaven.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. They exchange punches. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance without a doubt.
There's the bell for round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just picked up and sting you whenever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Jab slightly off target. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Can't find a home with that jab. Perfect counter shot. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. These two fighters boxers are made for one another. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
Let's get it started in round 3. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Straight right just misses. Can't find a home for that jab. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Trying to land that jab. Nice counter. Those counter punches have to hurt. That left hook missed. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it.
On to the fourth we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Defense is not an option for these two. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe. There's the bell to start round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
time. Nice punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What would you tell this guy he's got to do? This is the beginning of round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. And he scores with the counter. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The Venezuelan is rocked. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Jorge Linares is in some serious, serious trouble. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high.
Pussy.
How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a...
This fighter has been down. What are you doing? And there's the bell for round 7. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Jab doesn't score. How about that time counter shot? Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Perfect counter lands. beautiful counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Jab does not score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that. And there's the bell for round 8. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Insane action. Good counter punch. Output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This is a high-octane battle. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little favor and pickpocket him.
Has to be careful for that. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards.